Kelly King. All right. And some of you already know Chris Gorham, Olivier Queen. Got about 10 minutes. Have a good time.
How's it going? Sitting up straight for once.
Yeah.
Like, how many cameras are there?
Congratulations on having one of the most nuanced roles in the film.
Hey, thank you.
Very powerful stuff. We see Oliver go on a very interesting journey, and the guilt that he carries with him over the sins of his father and what that leads to. Can you speak to that performance?
I have to credit Wes Gleason, our voice acting director, for helping to shape it, because we come in and we don't have a lot of time, and so Wes was a great partner to very quickly first find his voice, right? Because this movie's set in 1928, so the vocabulary is a little different, and he needs a bit of an accent. So we had to very quickly find that. And then allow me to play and go to really fun places, and then encourage me to also give some really vulnerable and heartfelt moments that play in the movie and I think help tell the story. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Speaking of play, what elements did you bring into the role?
I mean, I think something that I brought to this film was just a willingness to be silly, and to play those comedic beats. Because the drama stuff is easier, honestly, for most people, but comedy is tricky. You gotta have the timing, and you gotta know where the line is, and you gotta be willing to kind of make a fool of yourself. And I'm a dad to 3 kids, so my dignity left me a long time ago. So
Okay.
yeah, it makes it easier. Yeah. Oh, you want me to be a fool? Cool, I've got kids.
Your kids know that you played Green Arrow now?
They do.
What do they think?
They do. They're not impressed.
Really?
No, they're not impressed. My youngest is obsessed with Owl House, and so is very impressed by Tati. Yeah. I know, it's sad. It's really sad.
So you've played the Flash in previous movies.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're playing a different character, Oliver Queen. So what was about Oliver Queen that was like, I got to do this role?
Well, I love that this is a Batman story set in a Lovecraftian world. To be a part, Batman's such a good fit for that. And so I was just excited to be any part of it, honestly. And once I saw the script and saw what a great arc Oliver has in this movie, and all of it, just the really fun and interesting and vulnerable, heartfelt things that he gets to do. I was excited to come on board, and it turned out incredible. Really happy. Have you guys all seen it?
Not yet.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, you gonna watch tonight?
Yeah. So if we came on board and they were like, oh, you get to play Pedestrian 3, say,
Pedestrian
oh my God,
3.
you would just
Well,
take that.
I always do stuff like that too. I always do 1 or 2 other tiny characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy. Who is he? I think he's one of the cops. One of the New York cops.
Oh, okay.
I'm really just kind of fascinated by how these characters across DC, there's a dysfunction and a real dark side to them.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, how would you compare the darkness in Oliver to some of the other characters you portrayed in Croc for Batman?
Let's see. I would say, there's a real guilt in Oliver. I think the whole sins of the father thing is a strong through line in this movie, and I think is a strong through line through the Batman story. I think Bruce feels guilt about not being able to obviously to save his parents. So that's a through line through here. It doesn't really translate to the Barry Allen stuff that I've done in the Justice League movies, so it's a real departure for me in the DC universe. But that idea of having that kind of generational guilt, and I think is heavy in this movie and throughout that story for sure.
Did they show you kind of the character designs and the departure for the costume that was going to be in this movie for Green Arrow before?
They described it to me, but I didn't get to see anything until like a year after we recorded, when we came in to do the ADR, when all the animating was done, essentially. Yeah.
How did you react when you first saw the costume they put in?
I thought it was great. I mean, it was. I think he's got a flair that I felt. I guess I was happy because, you know, we made pretty big choices when we were recording his dialogue with the singing and how drunk he was, and like we really went for it. And I think the character design then came in and supported those choices, which I was very happy with.
What do you use for inspiration to come up with that, like a new character, especially like yourself, when you do different characters?
Yeah.
To jump to a new character, what do you use for your inspiration?
I mean, it's different. You know, every project's different. Like for this, it was really a process of, at the beginning of the recording session, just playing, talking with Wes. We talked a little bit ahead of time, but then getting in there and just trying some things on and saying like, what about this and what about this, and like, oh yeah, that's good, but now try, you know, add this, put this color in and see how that feels, and you know, we just kind of play around until we found something that sounded like this guy, and then go from there. You know, the other roles are very different. You know, I played I've got a role upcoming on NCIS LA where I'm playing a guy that's recovering from opioid addiction, and so for that, like I did just a ton of reading and research and to wrap my brain around what that might feel like, because I don't have any experience with that. I have worn a suit of armor on Ugly Betty, so I did feel like I could do that without any more research.
So when they show Oliver Queen passed out, drooling all over the piano,
Yeah.
and are those like the drool sounds, the passed out sounds? Is that still you making those? Or
Yeah.
Could be
That's all
somebody
me.
else for that.
No, that's all me. Yeah, that's something I've also done in real life. So.
Oh, okay. Like, what is she doing?
Sometimes they do a 2-minute, yeah.
So there's the movie that you played all of the previous projects. Did you take anything from those past performances, or did you try to come at it like something new, something like
Yeah, no, we tried to come at it completely. I mean, it's an advantage too of doing an Elseworlds project, right? Because you're taking all of these characters and putting them in an entirely new role, essentially. So it's an opportunity to start fresh.
Do you have any other members of the Justice League you like to play at some point?
Yeah, I keep pitching the Wonder Twins. Toddy's on board, but nobody's called yet.
I'll be interested on it.
It's coming.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.